All right. I think we're on. Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the A Day for the week of May 11th. So hopefully everybody's staying safe out there, staying sane. We're going to head around on some stuff a little bit, and hopefully everybody can see me okay, but hopefully everything's running smooth. So when you guys get here this morning, go ahead and check in the comment section down below just so I kind of know who's around. It'll kind of help me know how to talk about some of this stuff a little better. So check in when you guys get here. And just a couple quick updates going on. So we've got some belt testing coming up for some of you guys this Saturday. There will be, Skylar, how you doing, man? There will be another belt test coming up a couple of weeks after that. All right, so we're going to do the belt testing every 2 weeks. So if you weren't in this round, it might be the next round if you're not in the, and sometimes it's not even that you're not ready to test. It's just that I'm trying to keep the testing group small, all right, because it's tougher to do them over Zoom. So it might just be more of a fact like, hey, this test was full. These people have been waiting longer. You have to wait another couple of weeks. So if that ends up being the case, it's just how it is. So also want to let you guys know really quick about being able to do classes here at Boom. So right now I'm trying to put together something of a schedule. It looks kind of like we might do the classes here later on in the afternoon. If we're not doing them over Zoom and people actually do come in here, then that would have to be in the afternoons and evenings to accommodate people's work schedules. So haven't got that put together yet. It's going to be another few weeks before anything like that would even be a possibility. So, but stay tuned as things hopefully get better. We'll have some more updates for you guys. So for right now, that's kind of what we're trying to do. So the May homework is up on the website, guys. Don't forget that. If you're in Little Dragons for Kids class, you got the homework to go. So we're going to go started today, guys. We've got we're working on knees today and elbows. You guys might have seen that on the Facebook page. But that's kind of what we're going on today. Different ways to hit with them, how to hit with them. We'll hit some stuff with them. I've got the little bag out here today for some of these elbows. I like a smaller, shorter target here. Kind of talk about what that's for. So with that, guys, let's get started. Megan, Lucia, how's it going, guys? So everybody face the camera, feet together, face the front camera, whatever you got. Go ahead and bow. All right, bend your knees, slide to your horse. Right as that thing is on top. Pick it up, stand up straight, and bow. All right, guys. I apologize if my shot's a little crooked. Knocked my camera off the perch today. I think it should be okay for today. But so check this out. What I want to do, knees and elbows. So you can kind of think about knees and elbows as being pretty analogous. They're both kind of where the limb bends right here, knees and elbows. All right. So we're going to work on different ways to hit with them, guys. See some similarities in between the ways we strike with knees and elbows, and also some differences too. But for right now, let's get started. Let's go ahead and warm up, guys. So get some gloves on. If you've got a training partner that can pad hold for you, all right, go ahead and work with them. All right. If you're just doing this by yourself in the air, remember, just every time I call out a combo, all right, try to turn and face a different direction. All right. So constantly moving around, basically making up your own little form, being attacked by ninjas that are coming at you from all different directions. All right. So I'm going to try to stay facing kind of more or less this way, so I'm not doing stuff back here facing backwards. But that should be the idea. Remember, I call it a number. That's the number of punches you do. Start with the left. So I should really do this. So I can keep my left and my right separate on camera here. So left, right. All right. So whatever number I call out, that's the number of punches you do. Start with the left. All right. If it's a 1, it's a left, and then follow up with that right kick. 2 would be left, right. Follow up with that left kick. 3 would be left, right. And then you can do a left punch, a left straight. It technically would be a left hook. So it'd be 1, 2, left hook, and then a right kick. And then a 4 would be a left, right, left hook, right uppercut, and then a left kick. You can do any kind of kick you want. If you've got somebody holding pads for you, remember to communicate with them. All right. You don't want the pad for a straight punch and then throw a hook punch at them. All right. They won't want a pad hold for you anymore. All right. Talk to them about which kind of kick you're going to do if you have a partner holding pads for you. If you are by yourself or you're on a bag or in the air or something like that, all right, you can do any kind of kick you want at the end of the combo. All right, you can do whatever kind of punch you want. Just try to alternate lefts and rights here. All right. So from right here, guys, let's get going in 3. Oh, it's just, another few seconds here. So with your partner, figure out who's going first. Sorry, all right. Get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Ready? 1. Pop, and then kick with that right. And then 2 is going to be left, right, and then kicking with that left. And then 3 is going to be left, right, left hook, and then kick with that right. There you go. 4, left, right, boom, kick with that left. Ready? Right, straight, left hooks. Right, left, kick with that right. Right, straight, left hook, right uppercut. So right, left, right. Boom. In between the combos, keep your guard up. Keep your stance up. All right. Right straight, left hook, right straight. Right straight, left hook, right straight. Boom. Kick with that left. 3 and a left hook, right straight. Ooh, that's a lot. 1, 2, 3. Another left hook and a right straight. Boom. And then kick with that left one more time. Right straight, left hook. Boom. Bam. Kick with that right knee instead. I think I might have just done a knee instead. All right. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. Kick with that left. There you go, guys. Right straight, left hook. Pow. Pow. Boom. Kick with that right. Right straight and 2 left hooks. Right. Left. Left. Double it up. There you go. Kick with that right to the end. All right. Right straight, left hook, right uppercut. Bam. Bam. Boom. There you go. Kick with that left. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. Kick with that left again. And 4 to right straight, left hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another right straight, left hook. Kick with that right. Nice. Face your partner, your bag, whatever you got. You're going to forward bone punch out your backhand 5 times as hard as you can. Carson, how you doing, sir? Let's hit stuff hard. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really working on having that good forward bone. Driving that heel into the ground. Boom. On your back foot, we're going to switch now. Other legs in the back, same thing. Forward bone punch 5 times as hard as you can. Your backhand, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. All right, from right here, guys, switch. All right. If you've got a partner, they're going to pad for you now. All right. If you're by yourself or you're on a bag or in the air, something like that, all right, you get round 2. All right. So remember when you pad a little bit for your partner, give them some good feedback. I don't want to push my pads into their punches. That'll jam up their wrist and stuff like that. Sienna and Kimmy, how's it going, guys? All right. But I also don't want to, when they hit, have my hand flipping back like that, because then they'll overextend their arms. And that's no good either. So make sure you give them some good resistance. All right. But you're not jamming your hands into their punches. All right. So from right here, round number 2, guard up. Ready and go. 1. Boom. Hit with that right. 2. Left, right. Boom. Hit with that left. 3. Left, right, left hook. Boom. And then that right. 4. Right, left, right uppercut. Boom. Hit with that left. There you go. Right straight. 2 left hooks, right straight. What? Hook, hook, right straight. Boom. If your hook punches or something like that aren't feeling so good, how do you think you can make them better? You practice them. So do them good, guys. Left hook, right straight. Bam, bam. Hit with that left. There you go. 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom. There's that right. 2 left hooks and a right straight left hook. That's a lot of left hooks. Left, left, right, left. Bam. There you go. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop. Kick with that left. If I'm going fast, you're like, I'm getting lost. It's okay. Just catch up on the next one. Right straights, 2 left hooks and a right straight. Right, left, left, right. Boom. Keep with that left. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pow. Nice. Right straight. 2 left hooks, right straight. One more time. Left, left, right. Pop. Nice. There you go, guys. Face your partner, face your bag. Forward bone punch. Off your backhand. 5 times as hard as you can. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep that forward bone, back heel nice and solid on the ground. Try to lock that back leg out and really drive off of it. All right, switch your feet now. Other side, same thing off your back leg, forward bone punch. I know. 5 times. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice. All right, timeout, guys. Take a break for a second. Everybody go grab a drink of water if you have to real quick. Take the gloves off. All right, good warm-up, guys. I'm assuming, hopefully it is to sit there and stare at the screen for 2 minutes while I punch the air. That would have been really boring. But, so I'm going to say good job. Now, knees and elbows. So we talked about, they can be kind of similar. They're kind of both where the limb bends. So you can see how they have some things in common when you hit with them. And they do. There are some differences too. All right, so. Give me a second here. Give me a second here to get all cleaned up. All right, let's start from the top and work our way down. So starting with elbows. All right, now the first time you come up against elbows in a form is the first technique, or in a form, in a technique is the first technique I teach you is white belts. Capture twigs for the bear hug. All right, when the elbow just comes back like that, it'd basically be like if you're doing like a horse stance, like you're chambering your hands for block set. Boom, there's that back block right there. All right, so that's an elbow. That's what it is. It's the first elbow that we work on here. All right, so basically this is called a back elbow. It's pretty non-creative, I guess. All right, but what I want you to do, this is in capture twigs. All right, it's also in a few other techniques. It's in an obscure wing. Almost all the bear hug techniques incorporate this as an opening move. It's a nice way to kind of get a little gap in there, kind of get that guy moving back. All right. So what I want to work on with this back elbow, you guys have all done it before. Nobody here is like, I've never, yeah. All right. And in the beginning, in capture twigs, that's what happens. You grab their hands. This hand is up here, and then it, boom, hits them back with that elbow. All right. So what I want to work on with this one, though, is the hand is starting by the side. All right. Now, you can go off the capture twigs thing from right here for sure, too. All right. But I want to work on that I haven't reached my hands up to grab his hands yet. They're by the side. Now, maybe this is because he's grabbing my shoulder, whatever the case may be. All right. But I'm going to make this elbow a little bit sneakier. So what I want you to try to do is try to find something that you can hit. All right. It would help if that thing was straight up and down. If a person can hold a pad for you, if you've got a partner at home. All right. Even if you just have a small pad like a pillow. What I would have them do is have them stand. I probably should have used the red one. Probably shows up better on camera. There you go. Oh, look at that. That is sharp. All right. So you can just hold the pad like right in front of your belly. Basically wherever your elbow height comfortably goes back to. All right. Virginia, how's it going, ma'am? It's okay. All right. You just missed all the best jokes. That's all. All right. So with this pad here. Oh, and then Carson. See, I mean, I'm geez, slipping in my old age. Also, I'm old, so I'm blind. But all right. When you're hitting back with this elbow, just have them hold it wherever your elbow height is. All right. Relative, it could be up here on the belly. If it was their size, I would say it'd be right about here. That's about where my elbow comes back to. Naturally. All right. If you're taller or shorter, it might be more up in the solar plexus or closer down to the groin or the bladder or something like that. All right. All great targets, by the way. All great targets. All right. So you got a partner holding the pad. You got something you can hit, like maybe you can put like a cushion up on the wall. How creative can you get? I don't have to get very creative. I got the bag right here. It's so cheap. All right. So start with your best hand. Whichever hand is your best hand, right or left. All right. For most of us, it's going to be the right. And we're going to stand. I'll give you guys a better angle on it here. Let me see. This way. There you go. Working on that camera. Am I blocking, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm not just going to bring my elbow back into the bag. All right. You can start with that, right? All right. Just have it by your side and just pull it back into the bag. So what I'm here with when my hand's by your side, if you notice one thing I'm not doing, is not bringing the hand up and then hitting back with the elbow. All right. They can see that. If this is a guy whose face is right here. All right. Looking over my shoulder. This is really dumb. All right. If I bring this hand out here, you can totally see it. Well, you can see it in the mirror right there. But if I bring it out here like this, you can see it without the mirror. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull it straight back. I want to imagine somebody ties a string to my elbow, and that person is this bag, and they just pull back on that string. Just pull back on the string. Pull back on the string. All right. Now, to help that out a little bit, because we're not winding up for this elbow too much. All right. Every now and then you get a chance to really wind up and let them have it. In capture twigs, if you reach up and grab the hands, boom, you get a little bit of a wind up on that elbow. Awesome. All right. But if I don't get that ability, I don't want him to pick up that elbow, and I don't. All right, it just boom, pulls back like that. Now, one thing I want to try to do, all right, because I don't get that wind up in here, it can feel like it's not hitting as hard. And it might not be, all right, but I can make it a little more. So if I'm here with the guy, all right, what I'm going to do is just, if he's next to me, I'm just going to step into it a little bit. All right, and that's it. You step in, boom, hit him with an elbow. And just keep it sneaky. All right, when I do it this way, I just think about that, like, nobody saw me. All right. So what I want you to do is take a few reps here and just step in and poke that elbow. That's all I want you to do. Boom. As you do it, if you're getting next level on here, Skylar, some of you guys, Megan, Lucia, all right. Anybody can do this, but Megan, Lucia, Skylar, I would expect you guys to do it. Turn your hand palm up. So as I bring this back here, my hand turns palm up like that. All right. Basically, just coming back to a chamber. All right. So that's it. You just step in, bam, hit it with that elbow. All right. Do it again. Feel that step in. You want to quick to hit the ground here. At the same time, the elbow hits the target. Bam. Just like that. Oh, and then as you get better at it, you can get more back on the bag, like he's behind me, and grab my shoulder. Who do you think you are? Ooh. All right. One more time. Go. Ha. Here, do it again. Last one. Ready to go. All right. If you got somebody you're holding pads with, you can switch off. If you're by yourself, you can switch to the other side. Right? So, same idea. And just try this our first elbow day, just stepping back. Whoa. This is the smallest elbow, I think. All right. As far as like the motion that we use to hit with it, this is pretty much going to be minimal range of motion here. So I just step back, bam, and just drive that elbow into it. And just, boom, just step into the elbow. Feel, again, the timing, that foot hits the ground from that step, and at the same time the elbow hits the bag. Or the pad, or your partner, or whatever you're doing. All right? So, a couple of things here. And then as you get better at it, turn your back on the bag a little bit more. So he's grabbing from right there. You step, oh, hitting it just like this. I'm kind of pin in the hand if you've ever done obscure wing. All right, starts with that pin. It's also that technique in Universal 4. We go bam, bam, buckets. All right, which would be a pretty good follow. All right, one more time here. Pin in that hand, step it in, boom, hit him with that elbow, just like that. All right, so that's the idea, guys. And if you're working this with a partner, one thing you can do is you can kind of have them when they're standing here and holding the pad for you. You can kind of have them looking over your shoulder. All right, and as you step in for this elbow, they can tell you, like, hey, did you pick your hand out here like this and then hit me? Oops, maybe right away you see my elbow. Are you picking your hand out here like this, or are you just going back? Because if you pick it up like that and they can see it, they can let you know, hey, you're doing the thing. Sometimes it's hard not to. All right, so that's if you got a training partner, something just kind of, you stand right here, they're going to stand right here at the pad. And every time you bring your hand out, they're going to let you know, hey. Saw that. All right, so that's the back elbow. All right, it's super handy. We use it any technique where that guy is right up on us from behind. It makes a really good, like, clear him off a little bit. Hit him, check him, and pop him with that elbow. Yeah, that'll back him up a little bit, give yourself some more room to work with. All right, so those are the first elbows, those are the back elbows. All right, I want to go to the next. Like, if you're going down the list of techniques, the next elbow you come up with is in deflecting hammer. All right, it's the inward elbow. All right, I think about like this one, like I'm punching somebody with my elbow. All right, it's the same motion from here on down that I use for a punch. All right, I just keep the arm bent. All right, and that's the idea. So if you want to get more detail on it, what I want to do is if I start with my hand chambered, I can start with it up in the guard, whatever. But if I start with it chambered, palm up, this helps if I can start with it for here for right now. Palm up, turn it, palm down as I hit. So palm up to palm down, just like that. Boom. Make sure you get that thing turned all the way over. Don't hit with your hand flat and your palm facing you. You want to get it all the way turned over, palm down. All right? So get with your partner. If you got a partner, what they're going to do, they got something they can hold like a pillow or some gloves. I would recommend a pillow. All right, you start hitting with elbows and really getting them in there. Just holding their sparring gloves up in front of them probably isn't going to be enough padding. So I'd try to get a pillow or a pad or something like that and just hold like right up against your chest. All right. When they're hitting you with these elbows, if they hit with them good, they can hit. They can be solid. All right. They're not going to hurt you if you got the pad. But as a pad holder, I would say like it's right up against my chest. And every time they hit me with that elbow, I'm going to breathe out. You don't have to breathe out like that. I mean, no, it makes a loud noise so you can hear it. But that's the idea. It helps you, like, if you ever get hit, like, breathe out when you get hit. You kind of brace yourself and breathe out. I don't know why I did that. When you get hit, all right, and it helps to lessen the impact a little bit. So you can practice that with these elbows here a little bit, too. So when they hit with that elbow, you're just going to brace and breathe out, all right? So from right here, I'm going to go with my best hand. And for right now, I'm going to go off like a punch, right? So I'm going to say put my best hand in the back. So here's my right hand, my right leg's in the back. I'm going to forward bow and pop with that elbow, just like that. So if they got that pad right here, bam. All right. So here we go. One time, forward bow. And I want you to just really feel that rotation coming in. And then just what you want to do is you want to hit, one last thing here, with like that little end of your elbow right there. I'm not stabbing it in this way. All right, I'm punching with that nub. Imagine like I didn't, this is a really weird way to put it, but imagine I didn't have my arm from like here on down. My arm only went from my shoulder to right there. That's where I want to punch him. With that, what would be the nub of my arm. All right, so that's kind of the idea here. All right, palm up, palm down, rotate into that strike. We're going to do 5, just solid. Lay them in there, guys. If you've got a pad holding person, make sure you hit their pad. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. And just feel that like bony part of your elbow. Drive it in there. 4 and 5. If you feel like you're hitting with that muscle in your forearm, try to make sure you're turning your hand palm down. A lot of times when you hit this way, you end up hitting with that muscle or like the flat part of your arm. That's not what I want. I want to turn that thing palm down just like that. All right? So if you got a partner, switch partners. All right? If you've got a bag, something you're working at home, switch to the side of your bag and do the same thing. Forward bow, elbow. Again, this stuff we worked on last week with the forward bow. I know it was a lot and it's pretty detailed, but keep that heel braced. All right? Keep that back leg solid, driving forward into those elbow strikes. All right? If you've got a person holding pads and you do a good forward bow and you land this elbow into them, they should have to take a stance just to brace themselves from getting knocked back from your elbow. All right? So from right here, that's the idea. Forward bow, bam, hit him with that elbow. Palm up. We'll start with the chamber for right now. Boom, there you go. Do it again. Go. 2, what's the next 2? 3, 4, and 5. Nice. Brace that back foot and drive into that elbow. That's the idea, guys. All right, so those are inward elbows. these are ones you can't, elbows are great. I love them. They're great short range weapons. You don't really get a chance to use them a whole lot when you spar or grapple or anything like that because we don't wear pads on them. They're pretty effective as a means of self-defense. It's just kind of a bummer that we don't get to do them when we spar, but it's to ours and our partners' benefit. So, but a lot of times I find opportunities to get these elbows in, all right? If I'm grappling and I'm locked up, I'm clenched up with somebody. Or a lot of times what I can do is I can kind of slide my hand off and just sneak one of those elbows in. It comes a little bit more over the top if you've done Heavenly Ascent for the choke. All right, you kind of know what I'm talking about. But I kind of use that clench as the same idea as a choke. Clear the arm off and dip an elbow into them. All right. Again, when you're sparring or grappling here in class, you're not doing that. All right. But it's just one application for those elbows. All right. If I've got myself in a situation where somebody's got me bear hugged up, all right, with my arms pinned, we've got a couple techniques for that, thrusting prongs, for those of you guys that have done it. But this is a good time for just ducking an elbow. Boom. All right. I would say like this, right up into them. All right. And that's the idea. I don't need a whole lot of, just a couple quick elbows in them to back them off, give myself some space, and then I get more of my weapons into play. All right. So what I want to do here just really quick is on these elbows, I want to take them and work on them on a couple different angles. If you've done twirling wings for the shoulder grab from behind, you learn it down at purple, you come across, clear the arms, and then tuck an elbow into them, and then clear the arms up, and then tuck the other elbow into them. I talk about with a second elbow, kind of lift up into them. So the idea in this elbow, I want to work the same idea, the inward elbow, but we're kind of lifting up a little bit. Think about like if you're hitting them, the target is right in the solar plexus right here. Instead of just coming straight into it, I lift it up kind of underneath the ribs and into the solar plexus like that. So what I want to do, I'm going to take it off my best hand is going to be my front hand this time. So if I want to hit my right hand first, my right leg's in the front. All right, and I'm going to lift that elbow right up into that solar plexus. That's kind of how we do it in twirling wings. This is how I'm working to the front arm this time. So coming into there, and just lift that elbow. It's not coming up this way. All right, it's just a slight upward angle. Boom, more up into the ribs. Here we go. Try it 5 times off your front hand. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. And by the way, I keep pulling my head away from the camera and the screen. You guys should look at your target the whole time. So switch your feet, other leg in the front. Eyes on the target the whole time. All right, lifting up into it with that other elbow. All right, switch partners if you got one. All right, if you don't, it's just the other side. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, that's the idea. You guys just lifting up into it. All right, so if I can lift up into it, I can come down on it, right? So switch feet again. This time we'll do that. Just take it more over the top. All right, if you want to take an application of this, we talked about doing it in the clench. All right, it's more of a sparring application. We talked about the dangers of that. But there's also a technique called Heavenly Ascent where the guy is choking you from the front with 2 hands. So at that point in the list of stuff, you've already done a couple of choke techniques. All right, so but what I'm doing here is the idea is to kind of make like a, think about taking the meditating horse here with the fighter and the thinker, all right, and making that into a clasped hands kind of thing. You pop the arms off of your neck, you kind of pop up underneath their choke, step in, and you bring this elbow kind of at a downward angle over the top and into the side of their jaw. All right, so that's kind of the idea here. This is more like if somebody's got me like grabbed up and wrapped up, or I'll kind of swim an arm down and then boom, just take it right over the top. All right, so that's the idea. Think about like just stepping in between somebody's arms. Keep your guard up. Take it from the guard up right here. Like they got their arms grabbing for me, whatever. I just pop their arms up and off of me, step in, and just drop the elbow right down from there. So I can think about taking my fist and tucking it in. All right, boom, like this. I just like to think about doing, if this is like a punch, it's an overhead punch. All right, I just tuck the fist in a little bit. Boom, just like that. All right, so give it a try here. If you've got a partner holding pads, we got to address this real quick because the angle is different. If you've got a partner holding pads, all right, you're going to have them hold the pad at a little bit of an angle so you can come down into it, just like that. All right, so give it a shot here, guys. Off one hand, want to do it. 4 bow, take the elbow right down into that. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then other side, same thing. I'll switch my feet here. All right, 4 bow and hit, coming down into it with that left elbow. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, that's the idea, guys. Just feel it coming over the top, right down into them. All right, so let's take a break for elbows for a second. So those are just 2 different types of elbows. God, we haven't even gone over upward elbows, obscure elbows, or downward elbows. Oh my gosh. All right, but we'll get to them here. What I want to do now is I want to work on knees. All right, so if you've got a person holding pads for you, something like that, generally on the knees, you want to hold the pad, brace with 2 hands, boom, out and down like this for right now. All right, the first knee we're going to work on is just coming right up into them. All right, you do this in glancing salute is the first one that comes to mind here. We kind of grab the hook and pull them down into a knee. So a lot of times when I'm doing this first knee, the idea is I'm grabbing them down and bringing them into it. Crossing talon would be another example for the wrist grab where you bring them around, elbow, heel, palm, bring around, and you hit, push their face down, and hit it with that knee. So this first thing we're going to work on, you find a lot at the beginning when you bring them down into it. All right, so it's their face coming down, or whatever, it's not always their face, but then my knee coming up into it. Boom. All right, so a lot of times as a drill, we'll work this from a clench. But what will happen is I'll have a partner holding the pad, and then I'll get them in a clench. Basically, I don't go for the arm because they got to use the arm to hold the pad, but I'll go around their neck with both hands. And that's kind of the idea. And then I can kind of pull them down here a little bit and hit that knee into them. If you're holding pads, all right, this is a chance to take a minute and be brave and strong and just hold that pad down there. It's going to feel kind of weird if they got you clenched down and bent over like this, and then they're throwing knees up in here real good. All right, so I would say start slow with this one if you've got a partner. All right, and then as your partner gets more comfortable with the pad holding, communicate with them. And if they want, you can pick up the knees a little bit, you can do that then. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to throw these knees. So if I don't have a partner, all right, hopefully you guys have something you could take your own sparring helmet. I'm fine with that. Take your own sparring helmet. This won't work too well. If you got a bag at home, this won't work too well in a bag. But take your own sparring helmet, all right, and just put it, kind of grab on the back of it, put it face down, and then just knee, boom, right up into it. All right. Now, on the knee when I'm hitting, that's really dark. All right, but on the knee when I'm hitting up into it here, what I want to do is move this back a little bit more so you can see my knees a little bit better. When I'm kneeing up into the bag or into the person, all right, on this angle, what I'm doing is I'm hitting with the top part of the wedge of my knee. All right, try to avoid hitting. If I can show you guys the angle here, try to avoid hitting with the whole flat of the knee. All right, the larger the surface area you hit with, the less concentrated the force is. So basically, the less it hurts. All right, if you spread out the impact, it's going to hurt less. All right, so I want to concentrate that impact onto the very top part, front part of the top of my knee. All right, so that's the idea. When you're hitting the pad or something like that, feel it's that's what's hitting first. So if I got the pad right here, boom, that top part's going in first. And the rest of the part may go in, may also hit the pad as the tip sinks in behind it, in front of it, whatever. All right, that's the idea. I want that front part of the top of my knee to hit first. So let's try it. Take one hand, one leg back, whatever you're hitting, whatever you're kneeing, grab onto it solid, all right, and then just boom, drive the knee into it. Keep it solid right here. If you've got a partner, have them hold the pad right there. Ready? 4 and 5. There you go. Switch feet. You can, I would say just switch feet. We're going to switch partners here in a second. Other side, same thing. If you got your partner, all right, grab them behind the neck, pull them down a little bit. Be nice to them for right now. All right, they're probably a little freaked out. So here we go. 5 of them. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And just feel how solid those knees can be. All right. I think I broke this pad. All right. Now switch. If you've got a partner, other person's turn. If you don't have a partner, you're going to do 5 of them off the knees again. All right. So here we go. I see you just drive those knees straight into them. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There you go. Other side, same thing. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice. The way that we're doing the knees here is a little bit equivalent to the elbow sandwiches. All right. I'm holding them down here, in this case with both hands, and driving the elbow into it. Why both hands? And knees generally tend to hit harder than elbows. All right. Your legs tend to be stronger than your arms. So, those are the first knees I want to go over, guys. The next knees are a little bit, I don't know, I heard somebody call them free knees. I like that a little bit. So the idea with a free knee is I'm not grabbing onto the guy. All right, he's free. And to me, this works a little bit like that back elbow. All right, just as far as how slick it is. All right, it's not my knee going backwards. I can't do that and then not have surgery the next day. All right, but what I'm doing is I'm just kind of sneaking the knee in here. If you want to think about where this applies, you have to kind of go all the way up into some brown belt stuff. All right, universal 7 for you guys have done it, or circling fans. All right, where you kind of cross in front here, spread them out with the knee, lift them up, bring them down. That's kind of the knee that I'm talking about. This knee is going straight out into them. All right. So again, to me it's kind of sneaky. It can kind of come in under the radar. So I'm going to use a smaller bag here. All right, because it's kind of blocking me when it's behind me now. But I'm just kneeing straight out into it. Boom. All right. So a couple things here to keep in mind when you're throwing this knee. All right. Again, you want the vertical service. Don't have somebody holding the pad facing down. If you've got a partner at home, all right, what I would have them do, because the way this knee goes in, is I would have them hold something up against the side of the leg like that. So this knee, because of the way I'm throwing it, is generally staying low. Targets are usually going to be their knees, the side of their leg right here. Like if you hit their leg muscle really good with it, you can kind of Charlie horse up their leg. All right. On the inside of their leg, there's a couple things. There's a big artery that carries blood vessel, or a big artery that carries blood to the legs and back into the body is there. So if you pinch that shut, the leg kind of goes dead. All right. So that's the idea on these knees. Generally, the targets for them are pretty low. All right. We can take them up later, but for right now, we're keeping them low. And I want to sneak them in. I don't, boom. It's just this. All right. So a couple things you need to be aware of when you're doing these knees. Don't get taller. All right. Don't tiptoe. You start bringing your knee up and coming up on your tiptoes like this in your other foot. All right. You're going to give it away. It's going to take away all your power. You're going to go like this. Whoops. You're going to knee yourself backwards every time. All right. So what I start doing is if I've got that person holding the pad, I got a bag here, something I can knee. I just step in, stay low, boom, drive the knee in, and then just continue on about my business. All right, so I hit, boom, drive that knee right into him, and then just carry on. I'm still using my best foot for right now, but that's it. Just step, pop, and straight out of it. All right, so I would say for right now, if you're doing this with a person, talking about holding the pad on the side of their leg, I would say hold the pad. You're going to hold it on the outside of your leg. Hold it all the way up like this, put it on the back of your arm, and put it right there. Otherwise, that pad's going to wiggle when they hit it. You're still going to get kneed. All right, you can also do it on the inside of your leg. All right, if the outside of your leg starts to feel a little tender, you put it on the inside of your leg right there. I would say if you do it on the inside of your leg, turn your hand so your palm is facing the pad in your palm, and then just put it right there and have the knee right into it right there. All right, so again, if you just got a bag, all right, then that's the idea. You just knee, boom, right into it. Don't, if you're watching yourself on a screen, if you've got a screen you can watch yourself on, don't let your head come up when you knee. All right, just boom, right straight into it. All right. Boom, straight into it. So that's the idea. I'll just kind of go back and forth there. What I want you to do, it's my hands, so you just keep your hands up and stuff like that. On this one, the idea would be like, I don't want to give anything away up here. I start bringing up hands like this, all right, in this one particular situation, and he starts to see something might be going on. I want to keep this, again, kind of like that elbow. Oops, that elbow coming back. I want to slip it in without making a big fuss about it. Like, whoo, nope, just slip it in. All right, and another leg. Boom, it's kind of good. Just kind of stepping in with one, then just moving with the other. Almost like I'm. Oh man, that's the side of it, buddy. All right, so that's kind of it. You hit it with one knee, walk past it, and step past it, pop it with the other knee. One foot steps past, the other knee hits it, and then just kind of make it nice and casual. Like, oh man, just strong. Oh man, oh jeez. All right, so I like those knees. All right, you can make them bigger. All right, we can talk about different ways to do this. If I take this knee, all right, just casually walking with it. All right, and I make the steps a little bigger. Oh, I'm starting to step into it a little bit more. All right, now the motion's getting a little bit bigger, so the hand thing might not come into play as much. Oh, but that's the idea. Now I'm starting to kind of hop into it a little more. So I'm going to take one leg. If I've got a bag or I got a person, all right, I'm going to kind of step it right past him. So my one leg would step past him, and then he comes up in. I'm just going to hop into that step a little more. Boom. All right, it's a little like I wouldn't say like a jumping knee. It's like a skipping knee, but stay low with it. If you start hopping up too much, right? Hook. Thing again. All right, so don't hop up. Leap. Oh, that's the idea. If you feel yourself getting off the bag, probably hopped up a little bit. So try to just hop forward, leap forward. Boom. Drive that knee in. There you go. All right. Now what I want you to do is really start cutting loose on it a little bit. I got to put this bag away because if I start cutting loose in this bag, I'm going to hit that plastic cord every time. So take the same knee, and I'm just going to go for it. All right. I'm not worried about hiding the knee. I'm not worried about who sees it right now. I'm just coming in. Boom! I'm driving it. I am flying just a little bit more now, too, and it's fun. All right, so that's the idea. Just step in, boom, and drive the knee into it. As you're doing this, try to drive the hips forward. All right, kind of looks like I'm leaning my upper body back. What I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to drive all this forward. All right, to come in behind that knee. So step in, boom. A little bit of a hop coming into it now. Boom. There you go. Same thing other side. Pow. There you go. Hopefully you guys are kneeing stuff that can take some knees. If you've got a person at home holding pads for you, I probably should have mentioned this beforehand, but saying it now. Got a person at home holding pads for you. Oh, they should probably switch to a bigger pad. All right. I would say, like, when we would do these in the adult class, like, we would take 2 pads, 2 of the big pads, and hold them on top of each other. And that's the amount of padding that we would need for a grown person's flying knees. And then we'd have to brace our stances and then just not get knocked back as far. Because they would still knock us back when they hit us with good knees. All right, even 2 pads and braced. All right. So that's the kind of power you can generate with these things if you can get it right. So let's work on a couple more things with you guys. Oh, see, that leaves us with time. But that's the idea. Is I'm going to take just the same basic knee I had here. I'm just going to run into it a little bit. Oh, I hate it when I see it in front of the black door. So just here, bam. I'm just running into it. You might take a little bit to get the timing down for it. All right, but that's the idea. Is that a little hop? Boom. Right into it, just like that. Coming right through the bag. Ready, go. Pop. Nice. There you go. One more time. One more time. Ready, and go. Bam. Right into it, just like that, guys. So you can start to take these a little bit and really work them up to as much as you want to fly with the knee. All right. I'm going to assume that now a lot of you guys have a lot of room for that. So we're going to hold it right there. And I don't have a lot of room for it either. But we're going to hold it right there for that particular knee for today. All right. So I do want to work on one more quick little thing on knees. All right. So this last knee that we're going to get into today doesn't really have an equivalent in an elbow. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit. I've heard people call it like a bear trap knee, but we're thinking like a trap slamming shut, just like this. All right. Be careful with this knee. All right. This would be the equivalent of like hitting with an elbow like this, which don't do that either. All right. Hit up this way with it, yeah. But if you're going to hit across, you get your hand down, because you hit like this, you're going to hit with that muscle in your forearm right there. And that's not going to hurt him like you want to. So you get that hand down, get your fist under your shoulder. All right. And now you've got the elbow in there. All right. So, but on the knee here, be careful with how you do this. All right. Start with it light. All right. Let me give you some advice out of here too before you do it. You can see my foot here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my foot up. I'm going to point my knee away from the bag. So here's the bag. My knee's pointed this way. All right. And then I just turn the hip over. Turn the hip over. Just turn the hip. All right. These aren't going to be the strongest knees. All right. The muscles in the hip that you're using are pretty tiny. All right. If you tried to whale it really hard, all right, if you did it wrong, you could injure your hip muscle. So, but that's the idea with these knees. If you watch my foot, when I do it, my heel kind of flicks out on this foot. Bam. All right. And it just comes up and right into the bag. Bam. Just like that. All right. So give these a few tries. All right. Try. We'll do a few on one side and then we'll switch. We'll go on the other side. Don't worry about trying to hit as hard as you can. Just worry about hitting them right. If you hit them right, you'll notice, like, hey, there's a little bit of pop in that. Yeah, there was. All right. These knees are kind of also generally done into the legs, the inside, the outside of the thighs, something like that. All right. If somebody's got me wrapped up in a clench, what I could start doing is start taking these knees just into the outside of their legs, or again, into the inside of the legs, and just kind of working their legs down. All right. So here we go. We're going to try it a few times off this, whichever leg you got. All right. Again, if you've got a partner, sorry, holding pads right here on the inside or right here on the outside. All right, that's about where you want them. If you're holding pads and they start to work it a little bit and it's getting good and starting to hurt that leg, switch to the other leg, switch to the inside of the other leg. All right, that one they can keep using the same knee. So here we go. Ready? Off your best leg first. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just bring that knee up and then pop the hip over. Bring the knee up, pop the hip over. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There you go. Other side, same thing. All right, so I got that left knee coming up and then just flicking right in. If you notice, I'm kind of holding the bag steady with the other hand here a little bit. All right. Again, if I got some guy in a clinch and hold on to him, boom. It really helps me steady off of this guy. All right. So you can have your hand in your partner, you can have your hand in the bag, whatever you got. If you're just doing these in the air by yourself, all right, that'll work too. So what you do is bring that knee up and bring it around. If you've got something that you can hit, it does help. All right. Because it kind of gives you that feedback, lets you know if you're doing this right. Start with it light if you're hitting something. Make sure, like, do I feel like if I hit a little harder with this, like I would hurt myself? Usually what people do is they just try to bring that knee across and just like hit with the leg like that. It's turning the hip, boom, the hip, boom. All right, just that little rotation that gets that knee across. All right, so give it a few more shots on that left. Bam, bam. There you go. And one more. All right, so those are called bear trap knees. They're pretty fun to do. Again, the ability for you guys to do them in sparring or grappling situations is somewhat limited in class. All right, but they're a really sneaky little knee that you can pop in there. All right, in some situations, and you can really buckle down people's foundations. So, oh, that was a loud noise for no reason. So, what I want to get into, go back to elbows for just one last quick second to end this out today, guys. We got a few more minutes left in class. So we went over the inward elbows, went over the back elbows here. I guess the next one I want to get into are the downward elbows. So we talk about the obscure elbows here like we do in capture twigs and obscure wing. But I want to get just really quick to the downward elbows. It's why I brought this bag along in the first place today. So let me put this one away real quick. So the downward elbows, the first time you really come up into them is in crossing talon. Remember that technique from down at purple belt? They grabbed your wrist, you stepped in, rolled them down, elbow, heel, palm here, they're all kind of bent over. All right, you bring this elbow around and drop it down on their spine. All right, so the downward elbow, all right, this is generally done on somebody that is bent over. All right, for whatever reason, they're bent over like this, they're face down, oh, that's sad, and then bring that elbow, I'm going to drop it right down on their back. All right, so typically the target for this is going to be along the middle of their back, along the spine there. Whew. I have been hit with this elbow on the spine real good before, and yeah, I didn't like it, at all. So yeah, it took me like 15 seconds to stand back up on my feet after that, and they didn't even really hit it that hard. They just did it right. All right, so when I'm doing this elbow here, I'm going to take on this one. I want to be able to come straight down on the target. All right, so if I've got a person holding pads, I'm just going to hold it like they're presenting a tray, and you're just going to elbow. Wham, right down onto there. All right, if you've got a bag, all right, if you've got a short bag, I would say make it as short as you can. All right, some of you guys might want to take the bag topper off if you've got one of those, and then put something on top of it. Typically, punching bags don't have pads on top. All right, like this has just got the plastic cores right there. All right, so find something padded that you can elbow down on. All right, now when I hit with the downward elbow, again, I want to make it pointy. A lot of people do this. They have this arm, this part of the arm straight up and down, and if you feel what happens is you hit with like this flat part of your elbow. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I take this arm and I'm going to straighten it out a little bit until I feel my elbow at its pointiest. All right. Oh, that's a little duller right there. Right about there is pointiest. That's what my arm looks like when my elbow's at its pointiest, hitting down. What does yours look like? It depends on what your arm is. All right. How long it is, how bony you are, all kinds of stuff. How weird your bones are. I don't know. All right. But I would say if you've got a partner, what you can do, or even if you don't, you just take one hand, put it underneath your elbow, start with your arm, this part of your arm, straight up and down, and then just gently lower it like a drawbridge, and then feel how pointy it gets on this hand. And where does it feel the pointiest? If I go too far, oh, that's getting flatter again. Pointier, oh, flatter, pointier, right there. There's my pointiest spot right there. So when I'm on this pad, what I'm going to do is I want to make sure that my elbow is at this pointiest spot when I hit down. So I'm just going to start with it straight. All right. I feel like I'm not cooking shit. All right. And I'm just going to drop it right down on there. All right. Just start with the string. This again, kind of like the back elbow. Imagine somebody has a string tied around your elbow. They just pull it down. Just pull that on that string. All right. So here's the idea. Boom, drop that thing straight down, make it as pointy as possible, all right? And then if I can get a little bit of a rotation, so if I can turn the hand, so I can start with my palm sideways, as I drop the elbow down, my hand kind of turns palm up. So that's the next level stuff for your brown belts out there. But if you want to add that in, boom, rotate that hand. Pop, just like that. So try it a few times. This again is not a very, I don't have to bring it down from up here. I know sometimes like in forums people do that because the big motion looks cool. All right, but really unnecessary. All right, just here, pop. All right, the further you go, generally the longer it takes. All right, so I'm going to start from right here. Just drop it right down. All right, and just feel the power you can generate with that. Just pop, just drop that elbow down. Here, just rotating the hand this way as I do it. Pop, just like that. All right. So as you get better at doing this, you can like drop the weight, just bend the knees, bam. Feel yourself dropping to that. Boom, land and hit with it. All right. I'm starting to bust up this pad pretty good. So let's try the other side. A few more times, guys. So that's it. Just boom. Making sure you get the elbow as pointy as possible and just dropping it. Pop. Turning the hand, rotating it as you drop it down. If you're feeling like this is, like I'm on my left side now. My left side definitely is not as good as my right side. All right. So sometimes if I'm on my bad side, I'll make it bigger at first. I'll like bring it, this will feel awkward. I can't get this. So I'll bring it up here a little bit more. So I got more time and space to bring that rotation into play. And then I'm like, oh, that feels a lot better. Bam. Okay, now make it happen from here. All right, that's better. Bam. Just like that. So sometimes if you're not feeling it, all right, bring the hand up. Bring the hand up higher here. All right, and I'll give you more time and distance to get that rotation and that angle correct. All right, so that's the last elbow I wanted to go for today. I think I just ruined this pad. All right, but there you go. So some things about knees and elbows, guys, they are fun to work. It's one of those things I want to work them more in class, but they're just, they're not something we can do when we spar or grapple, unfortunately. It'd be messy. It'd be messy. They'd clean up every day. So, but practice them. If you've got something at home that you can hit, you can throw some elbows into, all right, throw some elbows into them. All right, solid. Get into a stance, forward bow, and drive those elbows. Feel how hard they're hitting. All right, so we're going to wrap it up right there on knees and elbows for today. All right, there are plenty more knees and elbows we didn't get to. We didn't talk about roundhouse knees today. We didn't talk about upward elbows or obscure elbows. So upward elbows either to the front or to the back. All right, but we'll get to those more later. But I wanted to kind of go over knees and elbows today. They're a fun thing to hit with. They're a great short range weapon. If somebody's in on you tight, all right, and you feel like your punches aren't going to work, all right, tuck some elbows into them. All right, that generally creates some more distance from them, between them and you, and you can use that space and bring more of your weapons in your guard and your defense into play. So good job today on those guys. We're going to wrap it up right there for today. So don't forget, guys, the May homework is up on the website. If you're in the Kids or Little Dragons class. Also, more information will be coming soon about the phase 3 of the reopening and kind of how we fit into all that. So still trying to put the schedule together and how that's going to work out the best. So thank you guys very much for joining us today. We're going to wrap it up right there. So everybody face front, feet together. Go ahead and bow. Bend your knees, slide to your horse stance. Fighters out, thinkers on top. Pick it up, stand up straight. And yes, I think I just lost it. But I will see you guys on Wednesday for the media live stream. Thanks so much, guys. Stay safe and stay healthy out there. Have a great rest of your day. Now it's just awkward.